How's it going, Boy with a Scanner here, and today I'm going to be just doing an unboxing of the BC75XLT scanner that I just picked up for about 78 bucks. And I just wanted to kind of just go over this basic scanner because I've heard this is a really good value for what you get. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this unboxing and kind of talk about reasons that you might purchase this instead of one of the more expensive scanners. Like the SDS 100 is the newest purchase that I made for a digital scanner, and I purchased that back in December of about 2019. It's currently March 2020 right now, and I do love the SDS 100, although these analog scanners definitely do have their place still. So and you can get them very inexpensive. You know, like I said, I bought this one for about $78. I think they even go down to about $68 sometimes on Amazon. So so what we're going to do is just kind of go over this thing. So features, it's got 300 channels, 10 storage banks, so 10 storage banks with 30 channels per bank. So you can do, you know, 10 different banks of 30 frequencies. And then the close call RF capture technology, which when this is turned on, you can go ahead and pick up signals that are not programmed just you know, instantly. It'll just pick up those receptions, and you know, they'll pop up on the scanner and show you what frequency they're coming from. So that's a really cool feature, that close call. The PC programming, which is what I'll probably go over in a different video, not today. And then the temporary lockout, which is pretty standard. Service bands, priority scan with do not disturb, so you can have a priority channel that you know, if there's some activity on the priority channel, then if something else comes up, it will not disrupt it. So that's what that is. And then scan, search, delay, and resume. Quick search, turbo search, search lockouts, display backlight, close call, do not disturb. So close call, do not disturb is another part of the close call, so you can turn this on and then pick up frequencies that are nearby. And then flexible antenna with BNC connector, memory backup. I'm not 100% sure on the memory backup, but we'll dig into that eventually and figure that out. Triple conversion circuitry, 3 power options, custom search, built-in USB, key confirmation tones, key lock, battery save, and battery low alert. So we're just going to go ahead and open this up and just cut into it here, and we'll see what we got. So I know a lot of people are, you know, with what's going on right now, I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about with the quarantines and all that stuff. People wondering what's going on. Scanners are still a really great way to, you know, hear what's going on. So I've definitely heard a lot just listening to the ham bands. And then I have a hospital that's pretty close to me, so I've been listening on the scanner to different things going on at the hospital. So scanners are definitely serve a really good purpose, especially at times like this when you know, there's emergencies going on and there's a lot of information being transmitted via radio. So if you guys want to, you know, kind of stay up to date on what's going on, and just in case, you know, there's ever something that causes cell phones and internet to go out, it's a really good idea to have a scanner just so that you can hear what's going on, as well as like AM FM radio. But scanners definitely still have their purpose. So I've opened it up here. Looks like we have a foreign manual there with French on it, and then we also have the English manual here. That's a nice little manual there, and then a police scanner 411.com. You can sign up to get a free scanner toolkit. I'm not sure what that is, so I might just check that out and see what it is. So some of that information there, and then here's the scanner itself. Really nice, a nice small compact scanner. Plastic. It doesn't feel super cheap though. I've definitely felt plastic that seems a lot cheaper. So there's the belt clip, nothing special. It doesn't have a hinge or anything on it, so you want to be careful with that. Just big enough to get over a belt, pretty much. I don't know if you guys have seen my video I did on putting pop socket on my SDS 100, but you can check that out. It's here on my channel. But I might do something like that with this, depending on, you know, depending on what I decide to do. But I'll go ahead and pull that plastic off and then set that aside. So we got the scanner there, and then USB cable here. So the beauty about this thing is that you can recharge via USB, which is really great. So we got that USB cable, mini USB, not the micro USB. So it's a little bit bigger than the micro USB, but so it comes with this, and then a little lanyard. And then the stock antenna, rubber duck antenna. It's a BNC connector. Looks like it's already open. So there's your standard scanner rubber ducky antenna. I also have a few other different antennas, so I'll go ahead and test that as well and see how well the factory antenna does. So this, we'll just go ahead and get this antenna right on there. I did hear from one other review that this antenna was hard to get on. I'm not sure. He said he had to use pliers to get it off, which should never be the case on BNC. So I'm wondering if he might not have pushed it down. If you notice, I don't know if you can see this on video, but you have to actually put pressure and then turn to get it to come off. But if it's nice and snug, I don't have any problems getting it off. It feels nice and snug. It doesn't feel loose or anything like that. So now we're just going to dive into the battery area here. And this, you have this little button right inside here that will allow you to turn it to NIM, so NIMH for rechargeable AA's, or alkalines. So if you have rechargeable AA's that you're going to be using in this, you want to flip this over to the NIMH setting. So I'll go ahead and flip that over. So I've done that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and toss in a couple of these AA batteries in a minute that I got. But first of all, I just wanted to show you something else really cool with this. So you can also use one of these, backup batteries. So I'm just, one of the ones for your phone. So if I just plug this USB in, we'll go ahead and fire this thing up, just running off of the power pack here. So if I go ahead and turn it on. All right, so when you first turn it on, it's going to show all lockout here. So what you want to do to get it up and running right away, if you don't have access to radioreference.com handy, you could just start searching. This is the light key here, so you'll probably see me hit that. That's the power button and the light key. So you might see me hitting that button here and there. But so what you want to do to start programming is you can hit this search key right here, because if you hit scan, nothing's going to happen. So if you hit search, you'll notice it starts just searching. It's on bank 9 right now, which is that light flashing up there. So I could just keep, once it stops, I could keep going. And you can just turn the volume knob. You can either hit this lockout key, or you can just turn that another click and it'll start going, searching again, or you can click this lockout key once and then it'll start searching again. And temporary lockout just means that frequency will be locked out until you turn it on again. If you hit this twice, it'll actually permanently lock out the frequency, so you'll have to go in there and actually unlock it, even if you turn it off and on. So make sure if you only want it temporary locked out, maybe you're just scanning through some frequencies. I just do the temporary lockout and then let it continue past. That way all the noisy channels are silenced and locked out during this session, because this it's going to keep searching these different frequencies on bank 9 here. So if I'm going to be listening to it for a while, I want to lock out all the channels that have noise. That actually sounds like a digital frequency. So keep in mind that this scanner does not pick up digital frequencies. This scanner is for analog frequencies only. So this is, this is going to be my airband scanner.
All data on the phone.
And it looks like we found something right here. So I'm just going to hit hold on this, and that quick I found something. So you can see you can go forward by going counterclockwise or forwards. So you'll notice it's going up now, or if I turn it that way, it'll go down. So we'll just keep it going this way. I missed that last frequency, so we'll have to try to find something else again here real quick. But if I want to search the other bands, I could go ahead and put like 1. So you'll see 1 is there now. And then bank 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn 9 on. And then 10. 10's kind of goofy because you have to hit 1 and 0 to get that to turn on, and then it turns 1 off. So you have to make sure to turn 1 back on if you want to be searching that band. Another thing you can do, instead of searching through all these frequencies manually like this, you can hit function search. And function search will bring up these different pre-programmed searches. So you can see this is searching the weather channels. If I hit function search again, it's going to search the police bands. And these are just like national, common frequencies for these different categories. So, and then I could hit lockout again here if I got noise on that channel. And then just keep searching that way. If I hit function search again, it's going to go to different fire frequencies. This is marine, MRN, function search, race. So, people go to like NASCAR races and like to listen to the radios there. Function search, air. So now it's going to listen for the air bands. Function search, and now we got the ham bands. So now if I find something, I can just hit hold. So you'll notice this hold comes on here now. And now if I want to program it, let's try this again. So you hit function program. And now I can hit function again and decide if I want it in bank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. I'm going to put all the ham bands in bank 10. So now I can hit function again and this F will disappear. And then I can scroll here to decide what channel in bank 1 I want to put it in. So you can see that 1 next to the 0, 0, 0, 0. That means the channel's empty. And then it's flashing the 146.850, which is telling us that's the frequency that we're going to save. So I could scroll all the way up, and then obviously once I get to 30, it's going to go to bank 2. So 31 is the first channel in bank 2. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to put all my ham bands here in bank 1, and then I'm going to start with channel 1, and then I just hit program, and now it's saved. So if I hit scan, you'll notice it's just scanning bank 1, channel 1. But now I could go back to search. If I do function search, it's going to go through all these different preset searches again. So now I could just rotate this clockwise to keep it searching. since we already programmed that one. And then we could just keep letting it go. We could keep letting it scan until we find another station, or we can go function search again. We got rail, so railroad, and then function search again. There's the CB channels, and then we got other. So there's a selection of other frequencies that we can scan through.
Sunny. The temperature was 56 degrees.
Weather, police again. Fire. And then we could just keep doing this until we find stuff that we want to program. And if you do find something and you miss it, so if you hit hold and it's not quite on the right frequency, you can go ahead and hit hold, and then you can go ahead and manually, just by rotating the volume knob, you can go ahead and set the frequency. So for instance, I know that for example, that in my area there, I know some frequencies that are for the state police, for instance. They're analog here, so I'm going to be using this scanner for that one. But for example, if you want to fine tune it, you could do that this way, and then go ahead and then program it, and then go from there. So, I could spend the afternoon just scanning through these different frequencies. If I do hold, you should be able to enter frequencies. So 460.100, for example. So I know this is one of my state police frequencies. So I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can save this one. So I'm going to save my state police in bank 2. So I'm going to hit function, and then I'm going to go to bank 2, and then I'll hit function again, and now I got channel 31, which is obviously the first channel of bank 2, because each bank holds 30 frequencies. So I'm going to go ahead and just click program. So now I got the state police on bank 2, and then I have my ham bands on bank 1. So you can see that number 1 is flashing, and then it will scan. And if I just wanted to not scan amateur stations now, I could just have 2 on and just scan that state police frequency that I just put in. If I had aircraft in 4 and I didn't want to search in bank 3, I could turn 3 off. I could turn 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 off. So now I'm just scanning 2 and 4. So if I had something saved in just 2 and 4 that I wanted to scan, I could do it that way. Or I could just go ahead and turn them all back on. So now I have 1 through 10 on. And then I could just go back and scan again and just keep finding different frequencies. So that's basically it for this one. I really like this feature of just being able to power it by this little backup battery. So make sure to stay tuned for more videos like this. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. I do have a couple batteries that I'm going to put in this, some rechargeable batteries. So just make sure to flip that switch to the NIMH setting for rechargeables if you put rechargeables inside this. And then you can put the batteries in there and then see if we're working. Okay, now we're fully mobile. But now I could actually just charge. I could actually charge these batteries now, with this if I wanted to. or just with the USB plug inside the house or on the computer. So this is really cool. I'll be doing a lot more videos on this, and I'll be doing a comparison video between this and like the SDS 100 and then my old Pro 164 Radioshack scanner. So make sure to stay tuned to all that. Like I said, this is not a digital scanner, but it still has a lot of good functionality today. There's still tons of different analog stations out there. For instance, right now is the Ham band that I'm listening to. And for all of you guys out there that are maybe, you know, quarantined right now or whatever, you know, whip out that old scanner and turn it on and see what's going on out there. Or before you get quarantined, for example, go pick up a radio. This is great for communications. If you want to hear what's going on, you know, there's always a chance cell service and internet could go out, and radio is going to always be around. So make sure to grab yourself a little radio. This is a really good one. I'm pretty impressed with it. It's got a nice sturdy feel. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels nice and sturdy. I really like it. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead, like and subscribe, share it with your friends. And like I said, I'll be doing some more videos, so stay tuned. And we will see you in the next video. Take care.
Links